What's going on, guys? I hope you all had a decent week. Mine was a little bit I had a lot of makeup work to do, and I still gotta make up this quiz, but it's not really that big of a deal. My week is alright. I mean, I did get to make like one video, but I was just so busy and just sort of just stressed out a little bit. I mean, it takes about 3-4 hours to make a video, so it's a lot of time out of my day, but I still enjoy doing it, so I'm gonna be trying to do it as much as possible. Like I said, I can't be uploading every single day. I might maybe one week if I'm really up to it, but I don't really know. I've just been sort of, I don't know, out of ideas. I do have the stories, but I feel like they kind of get a little bit repetitive, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, I don't even know how I'm going to make the story look interesting, and then the next day I'll be like, I know exactly how I'm going to tell this story. But today I'm going to be telling you guys another story, of course, because I love telling stories. I got so many of them. So this story, as you can tell by the title, it's a little bit tragic and sort of just sad. Nothing good came out of this except for the fact that I'm telling you guys the story right now. So this story happened about 2 years ago, and it was after the end of 7th grade, and in the middle of 7th grade during Christmas I got about like $500, and I decided to put $400 aside to just buy myself an iPad mini, a really good iPad mini. It had like 16 gigabytes, and it was the second generation, and it was really powerful, and it was probably the most advanced piece of technology that I had ever gotten up to that point. So I was in love with this iPad mini, man. I would take it everywhere. I would take it to school. I would take it whenever I would leave my house. That iPad literally just became like my best friend. I'm not trying to sound weird or anything, but I really did love that iPad, and I was always playing it. I was always downloading the shooter games on the iOS because I remember I used to enjoy those games a lot. I don't really enjoy them as much. I'm a little bit more of an Xbox person nowadays, and so anyways, this summer came and my parents decided to take the whole family to Pennsylvania, and they wanted to go to this amusement park. And unfortunately, it wasn't Dorney Park. No, it was fucking Sesame Street. Alright, guys, like, I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't really that great of an amusement park. They did have like one good ride, but even so, I was like, man, we could have gone somewhere way better. But the problem is that I have a lot of little siblings, and they're the type of kids who would enjoy Sesame Street, and so they ended up having a good time. Me, not so much. I mean, like I said, there was one good ride, but that was really it. And due to my boredom and stuff like that, I ended up bringing my iPad mini. I don't even fucking know why. Like, I literally just put it under my baby sister's carriage, and I don't even know why. I just brought my iPad mini. I just thought I would be able to, like, you know, take a couple of pictures, and my phone was running out of memory, so I was like, you know what, let me go bring it. So I ended up putting it under the carriage the first day we went, and the first day there was just like some clothes under there. I don't even fucking know why, but I was like, you know what, it's gonna be safe here, no one's gonna touch it, it's not gonna get wet at all. It's because it's, you know, guarded by all this clothes. I don't even know why the fuck I was thinking like that back then. Like, I should have just left it in the car. I don't even know why I didn't. But anyways, what happened was the first day it was fine, you know, the iPad mini was under there, it was perfectly safe and stuff like that. So then that night we ended up going to a hotel, we had some dinner, and then the next day we went back to the amusement park because my little siblings didn't get to go on all the rides, so we just decided to stay overnight because I think the amusement park was like offering like this deal of a discount on a nearby hotel or something like that. I don't even know. So what happened was the next day we went back to the park, and I was like, alright, let me just do the same thing. I took my iPad mini and I just put it under the carriage where I thought the clothes was gonna get put, but no, to my surprise, this isn't what happens. So basically the next day my parents decided, you know what, let's bring some drinks with us so we don't have to like buy anything outside. So while I was like, you know, busy occupied on my phone, my stepdad, he just like took some ice and then he put it under the carriage. I don't even know why they would do that. It's just so dumb. It just makes no sense or whatever. They should have had like, you know, a cooler or a container, but I guess they just didn't get it because of time or something like that, or they just left it at home. But my stepdad put a bunch of ice under there, and he didn't see my iPad, so it started going on my iPad. So we were at the amusement park just walking around for about 4 or 5 hours, and then when we got back to the car later on, I was like, oh my god, where did I put my iPad? Oh shit, man, fuck, man. So I ended up finding where I put it, which was under the carriage, and I see all this water. It's like a pool of water just above my iPad, and I'm like, fuck, man, why me? Why me? So I ended up going to my mom and I was like, why did you guys put ice under there? Didn't you put clothes there yesterday? And they were like, well, why'd you put your iPad there? I mean, you should have just left it in the car. And I was like, but that doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. So what ended up happening was I put the iPad in a bowl of rice, but that didn't work, and my parents were like really busy. So I kept forgetting to ask my mom. You know, I would ask her every now and then. She would be like, oh, let's take it another day and another day and another day. So eventually a month went by and my iPad was still broken and badly water damaged. So my mom takes me to the guy eventually, and then the guy tries to fix it, and he basically told me that it was too late to save the iPad, and if I had taken it within a week of that happening, I probably would have been able to get prepared, and all I could really do was get it recycled for parts for about $25, and I was so mad. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was really mad at my stepdad too for just dropping the ice, but the thing is, mom told him to, and he didn't know the iPad was under there, so I really can't be too mad at anyone. But still, just a fact, like, who puts ice in a carriage to keep their drinks cool? That I just doesn't make any sense. So anyways, that's the story about how I lost a $400 iPad. Really fucking awesome. My parents never replaced it. because technically it was sort of my fault. I don't even know, but to this day I get pretty pissed about the whole situation. I still have it under my bed in its original box, and I just look at it sometimes and I'm like, wow, I used to have a really good iPad, and then I just put it under a carriage, and then some ice got thrown on it, and then it got water damaged and broken forever, and it's just a really shitty situation. So I guess the moral of the story is don't put your phone, your iPad, or your tablet or whatever under a place where your parents might throw ice under it without knowing that it's there. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay awesome. Peace.